Hello, and thank you for joining me today. My name is Janetta Adams, and I'm a regional training consultant. Today, we're going to be talking about how to manage different student codes, Part 1. In Part 1, we're going to be discussing how to assign codes, how to view student eRecords, how to view forms and manage forms, and how to process a certification. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. We are going to start out on the home page of the PADI Pro site. From here, to get to the Online Processing Center, you're going to go over to the tab that says Online Services, hover over it for just a moment, and then you'll go down to where it says Online Processing Center and go ahead and left click on Online Processing Center. That's going to load to this landing page where we want to go ahead and select Process using OLPC 3.0 to make sure we're in the latest version of the Online Processing Center. Now that we're in the Online Processing Center, we want to scroll down to where it says Manage Codes. This section is where we're going to be working for the most part. We're dealing with our e-learning students. So to assign a code, we're going to go to where it says Assign Codes, and we're going to left click on the Assign Code blue box. All right, so this is going to load with the available codes that we have to assign to students. We're going to go ahead and select this e-learning here for open water and click Assign Code. So if we weren't doing open water e-learning, you might have a student who's already certified as a PADI diver who needs a course. So you can look up already certified PADI divers by their student number or by their first and last name and date of birth. So I just want to go ahead and show you how to do this. Although with an open water student, we know that they're not going to be in the system already. So if this weren't an open water course, we would go ahead and find the student here, select them, confirm their information, and then go on to continue processing. But since this is open water, they're not in the system already. So we're going to assign this code, enter their name and email address. The date of birth and phone number are optional, they're not required. Once you confirm that, it's going to take you to the digital forms packages. From here, you're going to select the course that you're teaching. For this one, it's open water. And you're going to select whether you're using digital forms or paper forms. You have the option of sending them digital forms where once they redeem the code, they'll get an email with a link to fill out all the liability releases digitally, as well as the medical statement. Or if you don't want to use digital forms, you like keeping the paper on file for 7 years, you can go ahead and click that other circle. But for today, we're going to go ahead and use the digital forms. Once you select the forms package, go ahead and hit confirm, and then hit send email. This will think for a moment, and then it'll send the email to the student. And now we can go back to the home page where we started. Perfect. So now that you've assigned the code, we want to go ahead and look at our student progress and certify possibly. So we're going to go to the second blue box where it says Process/View Your Students. Again, let's click on that box to get into that area. Perfect. So now that we're in the codes that we've assigned area, we can see lots of different codes here, and we want to go ahead and look at maybe a student record to see if they finished the academics. So for here, this dry suit course, you're going to find the student you're looking for, go over to the right, and you'll see a score button. We're going to go ahead and left click on that score button. And some things to keep in mind when you are looking at scores is it does pop up into a new window. So if you're using a pop-up blocker, it won't display. So make sure you disable any pop-up blockers before clicking that button. Another thing to note is this page does take a moment to load, so please be patient and give it a few moments to finish loading. So we have verified now that the student has 100% on their dry suit knowledge review, so we can go ahead and go back to the Online Processing Center. From here, once they complete their course, we can process the certification. But first, we're going to go to another student who has some forms issues. So if we look at this one, this night diver has a clearance required noted on their forms. So we're going to go ahead and view the forms and manage them. So to view the forms and manage them, we're going to click on the Manage Forms button, Manage button. From there, if you go down, there's a big gray box that says View/Download Liability Releases and Medical Statement. You're going to click that. It does take a moment to load, just like the other one. And it is a pop-up, so if you have a pop-up blocker, it will prohibit it from loading. So now that we have it loaded, we can go and look at the medical statement and see, yep, this person has recurrent back problems, so they need to get a doctor signed off on it. And we viewed it and verified, so we can go ahead and close that. Another thing to note is since that person does need a medical clearance, the process button is grayed out. So we can't click that to process the certification. So once that student goes to the doctor and provides you with that medical, we need to go ahead and clear that. So to do that, we're going to click that Manage button again. And then on the right-hand side of the screen, the second box down says Upload/Clear for Primary Medical. Go ahead and left click on that. You have two options to clear the medical. You can scan the signed medical from the doctor and upload it in this section right here. Or if your scanner is not working or you don't want to take the time to do so, you can do the second option, which is the upload waiver. So what you do is you check the box down here indicating that you're certifying the student has provided the required forms and that you're going to go ahead and keep the copy of those forms on file for 7 years or whatever is noted in your region to ensure proper paperwork. Okay, once you click that waiver button, you're going to go ahead and hit continue. Now it's thinking. Now we can close it. And now the clearance required has turned to green and the waiver and the process button is now working. Perfect. So now that we've cleared those forms, we can go ahead and process the certification. So to process the certification for an e-learning student, you're just going to come over here and left click on the process button. You're going to verify the student information is correct. You can verify the photo or upload a new photo if this one is not the one you want to use, and then hit confirm. Once you hit confirm, it's going to load to another page. You're going to scroll all the way down, and you'll see the student is down here at the bottom. And to continue processing, you just go ahead and click this gray button that says continue processing selected students. So now that's open, you're going to confirm the class information. So we're going to hit confirm there, verify that's the right instructor, confirm. From here, you're going to put the location just like you would for your other certifications. And confirm. And then we're going to confirm the date of the dives. We finished this course on the 8th of August. We're going to go ahead and do the Manta card because that one's kind of cool looking. And then we're going to have this card sent to the student, or to the instructor, I mean, so that instructor has one more opportunity to interact with that student and hopefully get them to take another continuing education course. We'll go ahead and hit confirm. Again, it's going to take a moment to load, and then it's going to load again to a new page. And now down here, you're going to click that Process Pending Applications button to go ahead and complete that certification. Perfect. I hope you guys learned something today. If you didn't, we do have part 2. You can log in and view part 2, where we're going to be covering how to process referral codes, how to remove codes from students who've changed their mind about taking the course or have a conflict, and also how to archive codes to declutter your managed codes area. Thank you again for joining me. Have a great day.